Hi, I'm Ben Kai. I've got my action music going in the background to give me the courage needed to play through the remake of Dead Space. Now, the original is pretty darn scary, but this remake is like 10 times scarier, with all the darkness and creepy music.
Oh, this guy don't look like he's gonna make it. Wonder what attacked him.
And this is why I wore my brown pants today. Dead Space Remake was announced a couple years ago with much fanfare, but my thoughts were more like, do we really need a remake? The original holds up so well today, I don't see a reason for the remake's existence.
Okay, well, ignore this part. I don't know what's up with these bouncy bags.
Other than, hey, remakes are hip now. Go make one off that old horror game we still have the rights to, and we'll line our pockets in gold. Turns out, greed is good.
Because the 2023 version is far superior to the 2008 one.
I can't find a single thing worse in the remake. Well, it is scarier than the original, which could be looked at as a bad thing. But anyway, let's dive into all these changes. The first and most noticeable difference are the graphics.
Imagine 6 months staring at that chunk of rock.
And Isaac talks! He like really talks this time.
And he's got a lot to say.
Fuck me! Ugh.
Facial animations are super realistic.
Dr. Chalice. Mercy.
Lighting effects are eerie and add to the game's suspense. Audio is highly important too. You have to listen carefully for when monsters are trying to get the drop on you. Even while shopping.
Uh-oh, that don't sound right.
Oh, fuck! That is not cool. You don't do that. Pulse rifle rounds have this satisfying kick to them when firing. Force guns give a nice boom. The sound of reloading the Ripper makes you go, "Aw yeah, rip and tear time." Ambient audio gets an improvement too. As you progress further in the game, Isaac succumbs to the marker's hallucinations, and you start to hear voices and whispers everywhere you go, adding to your own paranoia.
Ignore it, probably just hearing things. Nope, that was a real monster.
They even added the sound of Isaac's heartbeat. It'll beat faster when the action picks up, but I might be confusing that with my own heartbeat. Guns have been completely overhauled. No longer can you hold 4 guns. Now, you can hold them all. You also won't be purchasing them from the stores. Instead, the remake dribbles them out to you as you progress through the story, forcing you to use each and every gun that you get along the way. Pretty much any gun that was good before is still good now. The ones that were bad have been greatly improved, like the Ripper. In the original, if you weren't careful, then you could be slicing past enemies instead of on them. Not now. Now it's probably single-handedly the best weapon in the game. Stun lock huge groups of enemies while slicing off their limbs. Effective. The plasma rifle's alt fire used to be this 360-degree attack that wastes tons of ammo, but I'm a fan of the new alt fire. Can't beat a grenade launcher. Line gun's alt fire replaces a timed mine with a laser trap instead. These traps are perfect controlling crowds of enemies and keeping them off your back. It's a nice little "you shall not pass" attack. The Force gun is the shotgun of the series, and it kicked ass before and it still kicks ass now. And the contact beam is like,
Fuck me!
the flamethrower is, well, kind of wasteful, like it was before. But damage done to enemies is different now. flesh works like armor in this game, requiring more shots before the limbs come off. A little flamethrower here, followed by a little shot there, and limbs cut off. However, the plasma cutter's fire upgrade kind of negates the use of the flamethrower. But it still has two important features. Its alternate fire plants down a fire wall. It stun locks enemies until the fire fizzles out. Keeps them back there so you can manage other groups. The other thing it's good for is these creepy crawly little things. I found myself swapping to different weapon strategies throughout the game, depending on what ammo I had available to me at the time. Zero-G works differently now. Before, you'd look at where you wanted to go, then leap away. Now you can take off and fly around freely. Try not to get motion sick doing barrel rolls though. There's also this neat new Zero-G puzzle where you got to replace broken antenna parts to complete the circuit. The USG Ishimura is no longer linear like it was before. Now it's a Metrovania, complete with off-the-beaten-path locations and locked doors that require backtracking. And be careful when backtracking. Just because you cleared an area doesn't mean it stays cleared. Randomly, when visiting old areas, new enemies will appear to come get you. Overall, this version is better in every way imaginable to the original. This is like the version of the game that developers wanted to make originally, but the technology and money just didn't exist then. Yes, you can get the original at a much cheaper cost. Heck, you probably already own it if you grabbed it during one of the 2 times EA gave it away for free on Origin. But I stress, while the original is a very good game, this remake is an excellent game. If you had to pick one, pick the new one. Unless your computer is a potato and can't run it. Choices. Isn't it nice having choices?
Me.
There once was a ship from the sea, the Ishimura USG. She cracked the moon with gravity. Go me bully boys go. Ha! Soon may the Callion come to save our souls and take us home. One day when the fixing is done, we'll take